This is Groove from the Groove Broadcasting Network, taking you back down memory lane with some of the shows that we've done in the past. This particular show was during a jazz series that was performed here in Providence, featuring Eric Benny Bloom. Here with me is Johnny Keys. Johnny Keys, you were part of that particular show as the keyboardist, working with that local talent, Eric Benny Bloom. What do you remember about that show?
Man, that show was so much fun, man, and much credit to Benny Bloom. Anytime you get a chance to share this stage with this gentleman, man, it's always fun.
He's a special talent,
he
man.
Is indeed.
And the thing is that there's a lot of energy in that little small body of his.
Yeah, I know.
The deal is, I mean, he's out here now performing worldwide with Lettuce. The deal is based out of New Orleans, and these guys are touring all over the place. But he's a lot of fun, the deal is, and I mean, it's also good because of the fact that he uses so many different effects that, you know, that he incorporates into his particular style of playing.
Yeah.
And the thing is with him, and the thing a lot of people don't know about him, he's right here out of Bristol, Rhode Island.
Yeah.
So he's a Rhode Island cat, a local native.
Indeed.
So it was, yeah, definitely, that show was definitely a lot of fun as far as that. And for the people that don't know, you'll get a chance to see Benny Bloom in action and also get to know a little bit of his personality right here on The Groove. Good evening and welcome to The Groove. I'm your host, known as The Groove. On today's episode, we have Rhode Island's favorite trumpeter in this lovely outdoor venue at Pearl Restaurant and Lounge with one of the headliners tonight, Rhode Island's favorite son, Mr. Eric Bloom, trumpeter extraordinaire. My man, Eric, man, welcome back, brother. I understand the deal is that recently you moved down to New Orleans.
I did.
Amongst all the other things that you're doing, the deal is a lot of people don't know about what you're doing. The deal is you're probably one of the most prolific trumpeters in Rhode Island behind John Ormond. You're out here playing with Pretty Lights. You're out here playing with Soul Live and Lettuce and also several other projects, brother, man. So how you been, man?
I've been a little busy. You know, I mean, it's been good. You know, playing all those bands, you get keep your musical things up. Like, you know, I get to play different funk. I get to play R&B. I get to play jazz. I get to play old school stuff. So I'm really trying to just stay across the board so I could sound good. I mean, I don't want no one catching me, so I'm trying to sound.
Man, you probably have more frequent miles on you than any other musician to come out of Rhode Island. Now the deal is, you were raised out in the East Bay area.
Yes, sir.
The deal is, now when did you start playing trumpet?
Well, a lot of the modern young Americans, we start playing around 10, 11 years old. When the 5th grade, they say pick an instrument, and I picked trumpet because my friend next to me was like, your arms too short to play trombone. That's real. And I'm like, all right. And then I started getting better, but you know, I started 5th grade and I didn't start taking it seriously till I was like 15.
Yeah.
Like it happens, you know, high school, and then you know, first All-State almost every year, jazz and classical.
Yep.
And I was there. I just practiced all the time and just hung out and partied and practiced.
Yeah, well, the deal is, the thing is that you're probably one of the most prolific trumpet players. The deal is, I remember a few years back when I first met you, the deal is on the Master Jam project with Lisa, with John
Davis.
Vaughn, and that whole deal was Scott Trilli, and the deal is Jeremy Valdez. That was a great gig. And that was when, man, the deal is, those rehearsals is when I had to step back. I had to say, whoa, this is a bad dude, man. The deal is, I mean, you were just absolutely just killing stuff. And the deal is, and you had just such command of everything that you do. And the deal is, and I remember a couple of weeks or so ago, well, actually it was a couple of months or so ago, I had the opportunity to see you with Lettuce down at Fett Lounge.
Oh, yeah.
And the deal is, man, that band was absolutely smacking.
Yeah, that band is a problem.
Yeah, it definitely is. Now, the deal is, I mean, with that band being a problem, and you're also a problem, The deal is, since you moved down to New Orleans, and I also, because I follow everything that you're doing, because you're real busy.
Busy man.
The deal is, but you're out there touring with people like Dumpster Funk. You're out there touring with a lot of other different acts, man. The deal is, I mean, some of the baddest jam bands in the United States out there, man. The deal is, I mean, you're just absolutely doing it, and the deal is, and a lot of people in Rhode Island just don't know your story.
Well, I just feel that's the story of Rhode Island. A lot of people, you know how it is. You've been here. I've been here all my life, and a lot of people don't leave, or they leave for a little bit. They go to Boston once every 2 months, and then like, there's so much stuff. That's why I feel like I'm working on my craft, because I left Rhode Island out of high school, and then I went to college in New Jersey, right outside of New York City. So you're getting whipped by everybody, and then you come back home and you chill out, and then you leave again. You get whipped again. It's like by getting whipped, it makes you better. In Rhode Island, there's not enough whipping.
No, well,
back in the day it was. Nowadays, it's the way the world is. I ain't gonna sell out Rhode Island.
But the thing is, in Rhode Island, the deal is, I mean, cats that are playing on the level that you're playing at, and a lot of other musicians are playing at. There's not a lot of cats out there, because nowadays a lot of the younger guys, they're all about making a beat or doing this and the other, and they're not picking up instruments or doing any of that type of stuff. And the deal is, and I mean, every time that I've had a chance to see you, I mean, you're out here playing with these cats around here in Rhode Island. There are still a few cats that are out here that are playing, like Johnny Keys,
like David Prout,
David Prout's a problem.
Pagano.
Exactly. Deals like that. And the deal is, I mean, Joe Davis Jr. And the deal is, every time I see you guys, it's just a big party jam set.
Well, that's the way it's supposed to be. It's like the old school. Like Rhode Island was a great scene back in the 80s and 90s and the 70s. You were ahead of that scene.
Sure.
So it was just like, I feel it's my duty to ask and hang with people like you, and then you tell me how it was, and then I go tell other people how it was. It's like, don't sleep. We don't do this now for ourselves, we're never gonna be killing, and no one will ever know about it. So it's like, I'm trying to contribute. I want to get better, but I want to make everyone around me better, so it's the vibe.
Well, the deal is, I know from the experiences of dealing with you that you definitely make everybody around you better.
So
what else is going on in the future? Because you've got like one of the busiest schedules out of anybody I know that comes out of Rhode Island. I mean, I don't think. What do you? I mean, you take a day off a week.
I really don't take a day off, because there's no point. Why? When it's music and you love what you do, it's like, oh, you need to rest sometimes. But every time I hear music, I'm on the clock. Every time I hear a random pleasure track, I'm shedding.
Yeah, that's
right. I'm on that.
I remember the deal is going back a few months or so ago. That deal is, we were online, because like I said, I was following some of the stuff, and you were like, I'm in Denver, I'm bored, I need something to do. And I hit you up and told you, I was like, you know what? Jeffrey's old drummer, and the deal is down Woolfolk, and he's out on tour now with Gladys Knight. And I hooked you guys up, and you went to go do that, because you said, I'm not sitting still. I can't sit still.
Yeah, there's no point.
You never sit still.
And that's why you get to a certain level. Whatever, you want to be a chef, you want to check out some French food, you check out some Italian food. There's always something to cook. There's always something to do. It's like whatever industry you're in, you need to rest to make it stronger, but then you always got to be on it.
Sure.
And I love it. But recently, I just have a lot of different things. People are calling me Dumpster Funk, the Nevilles, the Meters.
Them are some bad boys, man. The deal is, the deal is that Nikki Glaspie on drums.
Yeah, my best friend.
She's a problem,
she's
too.
one of the greatest drummers in the country.
I absolutely agree with you, man. The deal is, when I saw them going back probably about a year or so ago down in downtown Providence, man, the deal is, I had heard some of their stuff underground and the other, but the deal is, I saw Nikki live, man. I thought she was the female Bruce Carter, like Bruce Carter that used to be the drummer with Pleasure. She was just smacking.
I was like, really, and and I known her since she was 18, and I was like 20. Yeah, I known her at Berkeley. I was at NEC, and we'd be hanging out. We played the club Wally's, a famous Boston club where everybody funky comes through. Everyone in his band was in the house band at Wally's, and you go get whipped by Nikki. She's 18. You're like, how do you hang with a drummer that good? You better be on. Always. That's how I use the effects, my little guitar pedals and stuff I do, because they're so loud and hard hitting. It's like a trumpet ain't gonna work.
That's one of the other things that always impressed me too, is the fact that the deal is that you use effects and things like that. You're not just straight playing trumpet. The deal is, but I mean, the deal is,
you can come back.
You're a phenomenal soloist, man. The deal is, I mean, you can just on a drop of a dime, just on the field, you just rip stuff off, and it's like unparalleled, man. The deal is, like I said, around here in Rhode Island, the deal is, I don't know that there's, John Omar is probably like
he's
20 years older
the jazz, Freddie Hubbard, crushing it, plays faster than anyone I almost ever have met. But that's his love. He loves Fred. He loves all the stuff that I'm talking about, but I didn't come up with it. So he's like, you know, I'm like new. This is like, you know, Skin Tight is new to me. I'm like, yo.
You can play all the funky and all the hip hop stuff.
But you come from, you gotta come from jazz. Everyone, you know, Bernard Purdy, everybody back in the day, they were playing jazz, Motown cats. They were jazz dudes.
Bernard Purdy, the drummer.
You know, all these dudes. And then I remember I just hung with what's his face. I did a gig with Willie Weeks, James Gadsden, Shaka Khan, Taj Mahal, and the drummer. He was like, he got fired from Charles Wright's band. Remember Express Yourself?
Okay.
And he got fired 4 times in a row. And then there was no one else to hire. They hired him back, and he said, just play 2 and 4. That's it. And then he's the funkiest drummer of all time.
Yeah.
So it's like
sometimes space is a beautiful thing.
True.
You know, that's the other thing is don't overplay.
And that's where jazz and funk. You know, it's like you learn all this jazz and then you start playing funk, you gotta slim it down.
Sure.
You learn what not to play, that cliche vibe. But it's like if you can just chill out and stay in the pocket and don't play whatever you wanna play all day, and then when you finally step out, do 1 or 2 lines that has all that stuff, it's like, finally. And then you're right back.
That's right.
That's just whatever in life is. You know, it's like with a lady, with the food, it's like, it's real simple, but check that out. Oh, that's good.
It just amazes me. The deal is one day you could be with Pretty Lights, the next day you're out there with Lettuce, the next day you're out doing some other stuff. I see
you got to train for it.
You're down in New Orleans down there doing the old Maple Leaf Bar down there.
Yeah.
The deal is, I see the deal is, you're down there messing around with like Wolfman Washington, man, Joe Crown.
Joe Crown.
My boy Russell Baptiste, the drummer.
That's your man?
Oh, that's my man. Russell Baptiste is slick, man.
He's one of the top drummers of all time. Down there?
Yes, sir.
Because, the drummers down there, it's like, they can play gospel. They all come from that.
Yep.
They can all play a little jazz, you know what I mean?
Yep.
But they funky. But then you have the New Orleans funk, which is this most relaxed. And it's just walking. It's in the parade. It's the oldest style in the world. And drummers from up here, we don't really get into it too much. Rightly so, it's part of their culture. You got to go down there and live it. But once you feel that, and Russell Baptiste get in behind you, it's like,
Russell's a monster.
it's just, and that's why I do what I do, because like I play so much jazz. I did at one point, and there's so much funk, and then that's why people call me for different things, because you have to do all those things.
Sure.
Because then when you meet a Russell Baptiste, you can hang with him. Otherwise,
That's right. No doubt, man. The deal is when you out there representing Rhode Island on such a high level, man. The deal is playing with some of the best musicians in the world, man. The deal is, I'm so looking forward to you tonight, man. The deal is because it's been a while. Like I said, a few months ago I saw you with Lettuce.
Right.
But I know the deal is tonight, man. The deal is with you and Johnny, man.
Do the vibe.
Ty Chase, man. The deal is.
Man.
I know you guys are gonna put it down tonight, man. And I absolutely appreciate you sitting down and talking to us, man, so that I can tell your story to the people here in Rhode Island that don't know your story and the level of musicianship that you bring, that you're representing Rhode Island, brother.
I'm as glad to be.
Yeah.
Cats like you giving me the tip of the hat, it's a pleasure, honor, really.
I have to. The deal is, the deal is, I recognize game and absolutely appreciate you. Eric Bloom, thank you for sitting down and talking to us on the Groove, man, and we're looking forward to your show.
Thank you. Bye.